Good morning, friends. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC, and we are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. Let's see if we can get Instagram on. There we go. We're live on Instagram. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. That's a quote by Jim Rohn. And another one that I really liked: we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. That's what Aristotle had to say about discipline. I've just been leaning into a lot about discipline and consistency. That's where we are this morning. Good morning. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. Thank you for joining me. Let me know where you're joining me from and what you're working on in your acting career today. I just had a realization today about discipline and consistency. They're the keys to success, that they're sort of the magic formula for success. As Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. We have a saying around here at the Working Actor NYC: you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. That's a quote from James Clear that I love, because one of the things that I teach in my coaching program is infrastructure. It's one of the 4 key things that every actor needs to work on: craft, visibility, relationships, and infrastructure. And your infrastructure are your systems. What do you repeatedly do? What do you have that's a habit? This is how we create success for ourselves. This is what philosophers and wise people have told us for centuries. Now we're applying it in our acting careers. And something that I am learning to get better at is to break out of good morning. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. Thanks for joining me. Let me know where you're joining me from and what you're working on in your acting career. And one habit that I am getting into, which I have been terrible at before, is, this is going to sound weird, watching television. I am not a television watcher. I'm just not. And good morning. Hi. And I realized that if I am going all in on developing my acting career in the realms of film and TV, I need to know what I'm talking about. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. And so I'm getting better about expanding my television viewing. So it's not just all RuPaul's Drag Race and home renovation shows, my go-tos and my, oh, I can relax now moment. But I'm actually using television as a resource so that I can do some homework about what TV shows are being produced, what is available to be seen, how is it being received, and who's casting it. So last night I went into Adults on Hulu. They just wrapped their 2nd season in New York City. And I watched the first episode of the 1st season, and LOL, y'all. It's dirty, it's funny to me. And so what I found myself asking, the question that I found myself asking was, maybe I have opinions about this. Maybe the half-hour format is my preferred comedy genre, because I've been doing my homework. I've watched 2 episodes of Beef. I've stumbled through. This guy has something heavily repressed. Just saying, Australian man, also Australian. I'll tell you what's heavily repressed is my desire to get back home to Australia. Oh, crossdresser, interesting. No, but I have played a drag queen on TV. Hey Laura, how you doing? Good to see you. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. I gotta tell you all on TikTok, the comments from YouTube are So weird. Sometimes I can't tell if they're bot generated or not, but they're uh, intentionally provocative, which makes me suspect that they are bot generated. Um, why Russia would be coming for a live daily about acting careers, I really don't know. But here we are. But anyway, the habit I am getting into is the habit of watching TV, and it's shockingly helping me form opinions about television. And I'm wondering if the half-hour comedy genre is my jam. I say that because I watched Adults on Hulu. That made me laugh. That really made me laugh out loud. It's dirty, it's funny, it's not for everybody, it's not clean. Um, but I recognized it's so true. Summer knows what I'm talking about. YouTubers be crazy, y'all. Um, but I'm forming opinions, and yeah, adults is not for everybody, but gosh, it made me laugh. I recognize that behavior from my own 20s. Also, the could see myself in the my friend Patrick Richwood, with whom I do our podcast, Working Actor NYC, which is we're shooting live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. We're he and I are sort of on this journey to watch more television. He had not recommended Adults because it is a show featuring a ton of 20-year-olds, and he's like, where do I fit in that? And of course, what do 20-year-olds need? They need parents, and they need authority figures to be young against. So I see myself in that show. They just wrapped their second season, so I've missed season two. Alison Estrin is the one of the casting directors for it, so she'll be going on my list to make sure that she and I are better acquainted. We I think we have crossed paths before, uh, but anyway, I'll be making sure that our paths cross again and get updated. That would be a smart move for me to get. But the other reason that I say that I think the half-hour genre is my jam is because I was comparing Dan Levy's Schitt's Creek with Dan Levy's Big Mistakes. I didn't. I didn't tell me what you thought about Big Mistakes if you've been watching it. I couldn't get into it. It did not make me laugh. It just made me anxious. It seemed to be one of those shows that sophisticated comedy that doesn't have any jokes in it. It seemed to be one of those shows that had uh, characters, unlikable characters who get into worse and worse situations, and that's the funny part of it. It just made my blood pressure go up, and I had to skip through it and then eventually turn it off. So you would love Mr. In Between, so good, and it's by an actor who broke through at 50 by writing his own material. Oh, cool! I'll check it out. Mr. In Between, never heard of it. Um, but welcome. Uh, uh, so yeah, Schitt's Creek that had jokes in it, like laugh out loud jokes. So I think maybe that's my preferred genre. I don't know. Um, the other one that I keep comparing Big Mistakes to is Beef, also a 1 hour, not a half hour. I guess it's also a mini series, but I also can't help but notice when a comedy seems more like a drama. I think I prefer that. I prefer to get a laugh out of a drama than I do to watch a comedy that doesn't make me laugh. Does that make sense? Um, so Beef, I enjoyed. It felt sophisticated, and it seemed to ride well the line between tension and comedy. I think it was more successful for me, and I enjoyed it. It did also make my blood pressure go up, but then it also brought it down again with some laughs. So I will be trying to catch the full series. I got to see the first two episodes with Oscar Isaac and Carey Mulligan and Charles Melton, blah blah blah. Anyway, um, just started saying that, and it sounded like I'm trying to make myself seem really important. My opinion matters to me. The other thing that's happening in the world today is that what you'll be reading about is that Michael, the Michael Jackson biopic, is doing sensational business at the box office. Congratulations to the team at Michael. The reviews apparently are fine without being fantastic, um, but the moviegoers are just loving it. As a teenager from the 80s, I was very, very well aware of uh, Michael Jackson's music at the time when he was huge. Eh, I could appreciate it, but I didn't love it. I could appreciate it. Um, and then, of course, it started to get weird with the allegations around his personal life, and I started to feel like when MJ premiered on Broadway, I sort of had this feeling of like, yeah, I don't need to contribute to that estate with my ticket buying dollars. So I will probably watch Michael at some point when it goes to streaming, but I'm not sure that I'll be shelling out money to go see it in the movie theater. The other thing that I noticed from the headlines today is that Elizabeth Banks, she is riding a wave at the moment, y'all. Um, of course, she's on Peacock at the moment with The Miniature Wife. I saw the trailers for it and thought, oh, that's not for me. It looks like a movie, but it's apparently a series. So I'm not certain. I guess I should do my due diligence and actually watch the damn thing so that I can form an intelligent opinion about it. Uh, it just looked kind of stupid to me. It seemed like a very old fashioned concept. It looks like one of those things that we would get in the 80s. Speaking of the 80s. But anyway, look, she's got Miniature Wife on TV at the moment, and then Apple TV has just greenlit a new project for which she is the executive producer and the star. It's untitled, but it was formerly known as We're All Gonna Die. Uplifting, joyful. Um, but yeah, good on you, Elizabeth Banks. That sort of she's clearly working at something in order to keep the work flowing. And I gotta say, that's exactly where I started today. Consistency and discipline. That's the magic formula for success. What was it? Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. That's a new quote to me by Jim Rohn. And of course, the Aristotle one that I love is we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. And up on my whiteboard is the James Clear quote. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So, whatever you're working on, keep at it, my friends. And I'll be right back here on Monday. I am taking a vacation next week, so I'll be back Monday and Tuesday of next week. But then I'll be taking a vacation. So, whatever you're working on, you got this. Keep going. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. I'll be back here on Monday at 8 a.m. See you then.